gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
A 71-year-old grandfather and his 5-year-old grandson have become yet 2 more victims of gun violence in Philadelphia, all as they were simply sitting in a car at a gas station.
Woo! 71-year-old grandfather, 5-year-old grandson. So I've told you guys before, it doesn't matter. Elders, children, nobody's off limits in the community.
Saturday night, I'm Walter Perez. The big story in Action News is a shooting in Southwest Philadelphia that ended with a grandfather critically wounded tonight. Meanwhile, his 5-year-old grandson is listed in stable condition at CHOP. The gunfire erupting on Passyunk Avenue just before 6 o'clock this evening. Action News reporter Katie Catro found out there was a third person inside that vehicle with the victims. Katie joins us live from police headquarters with details tonight. Katie.
And Walter, police say at this point the search is still on for the gunman.
There's no words to describe how much of a tragedy that is when that occurs, because this is something that this child is going to have to live with, and the scars coming from this incident.
Police say,
but this happens all the time, and there are so many different children who have to live with these realities, and essentially, a lot of them are living in fear, okay? A lot of them are living in fear because when they go out in public, they don't know if they're going to get hit up that day.
say a grandfather and a grandson were shot while sitting in this car. Police say it happened just before 6 p.m. at 61st and Passyunk Avenue in Southwest Philadelphia. Officers found this white Nissan riddled with bullets. Police say 3 people were in the car. The 71-year-old grandfather was driving the vehicle when he was shot in the leg. He's at Penn Presbyterian Hospital in extremely critical condition.
A second victim, a 5-year-old male, was also struck and taken by police to Children's Hospital.
And the grandfather, he's just trying to go out on a drive with his grandson. And this is how it ends. These super gremlins are on demon time.
The 5-year-old, based on the information that we have thus far, was sitting in a child seat in the back of the vehicle.
The third person in the car returned fire and fled the scene, according to police. Numerous shell casings line 61st and go around.
Wow. So there was a third person in the vehicle who returned fire and fled from the scene. So, I mean, I'm assuming that was his other grandson, and that's who the super gremlins were probably targeting. This is how demonic these super gremlins are. They will see you get in a vehicle with your grandfather and maybe a younger sibling or a younger cousin, and they'll still air the whole vehicle out. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Block. Police believe there were 2 shooters. Police say 49 rounds have been counted so far. Bullets are from a high-powered rifle and a handgun. Police say the vehicle was in motion and it appears the vehicle was targeted.
It's always unconscionable when anyone is a victim of gun violence, all the more so when you have an innocent child that obviously through no fault of their own happened to be in a place where they are, they're shot.
And at this point, police say they don't have a motive as they're still looking for the shooters. If you have any information, they could certainly use your help. Reporting live at police headquarters, Katie Catro, for Action News at 10 on PHL 17. Walter.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all tell me what they say.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take all
What
your
more
shit
do
off.
you want from me?
Were shot during a gun battle. Tonight, that man is in critical condition as police try to figure out what happened. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Ryan Hughes has the latest on the investigation and the impact the city's gun violence is having on children.
More than 50 yellow evidence markers littered the street near 61st and Passyunk Avenue in southwest Philadelphia after dozens of shots were fired outside this Exxon gas station.
We've counted thus far 49 rounds. The vast majority of those are from what appears to be a high-powered rifle.
The shootout began just before 6 Saturday evening in a public place surrounded by businesses. Police believe this white Nissan was targeted. You can see where bullets went through the rear window. We're told someone inside the car returned fire, and then it crashed into a cement barrier blocking the gas pump. Police say a 71-year-old grandfather was shot in his side and was found on the ground outside the car, and his 5-year-old grandson was sitting in this Batman car seat when he was shot in the shoulder.
There's no words to describe how much of a tragedy that is when that occurs, because this is something that this child is going to have to live with, and the scars coming from this incident.
According to the Office of the Comptroller, 94 shooting victims so far this year in the city are younger than 18 years old.
Wow. And these are the numbers that we are not being told or that are being suppressed. 94 of the shooting victims this year in Philly are children. 94. This is the reality that we are living in now as a community, in the community, however you want to call it. These super gremlins are on demon time.
A witness in this case tells CBS News Philadelphia he helped carry the boy to a police cruiser before he was rushed to Children's Hospital. Police are frustrated another innocent child was caught in the crossfire in the city's ongoing battle to curb gun violence.
This is just something that is beyond any ability for me to express just how disgusting it is.
At last check, the boy was in stable condition at CHOP. Police say the third person inside that Nissan with the 5-year-old ran away before officers arrived. No arrests have been made in this case, and now police are reviewing surveillance video from that gas station to help piece together what happened. In Spring Garden, Ryan Hughes, CBS News Philadelphia.
Developing right now at 10, a 5-year-old boy and his grandfather shot while sitting inside a car. Police say the gunman firing over 50 shots. Good evening, I'm Dawn Timoney. Dozens of shell casings littering that southwest Philadelphia street.
And they shot the vehicle up over 50 times. Man, I mean, thank God nobody was deleted. It looks like Grandpa and the youngster aren't talking about the third individual who was in the vehicle, but it just begs the question, where are we going with this as a community? That's my question. Where are we going with this?
Let's get out to our Monica Evans, who is live for us tonight at police headquarters. Monica, what are you learning?
Well, Dawn, Philadelphia police say there are a lot of unanswered questions, but they're trying to figure out what led to a 71-year-old man and his 5-year-old grandson shot at a gas station on 61st Street and Passyunk Avenue. Philadelphia police say they believe 3 people were inside this white Altima when it was sprayed with bullets before crashing into a barrier in front of this gas pump. Detectives say a 71-year-old man is in critical condition after being shot in the leg, and his 5-year-old grandson is in stable condition after being shot in the shoulder.
What we believe occurred based on the positioning of the vehicle is the vehicle may have been either traveling on the roadway or possibly pulling into the gas station, maybe trying to get gas, but it appears that the vehicle was in motion when the firing began.
Detectives say more than 50 rounds were fired down 61st Street and on Pashock Avenue. Police say the shooters used a high-powered rifle and a handgun. Police say shell casings outside of the Ultima appear to have been fired from someone inside that vehicle. Police believe a third person was inside this Nissan, but the whereabouts of that person is unknown. Police say this was not a random act, but a targeted shooting.
It appears based on the number of rounds that found their way into the vehicle that the shooters were aiming at the vehicle. That's how we arrive at that conclusion.
But it doesn't necessarily mean they knew each other. This could have been something that stemmed from road rage or something.
That's correct. We don't know the connection. We don't know the motive. We don't know for what reason the shooters may have been targeting that vehicle. We just don't know.
And here's the thing, that there doesn't need to be a real reason for these super gremlins to do what they do. There really doesn't. But what it sounds like is the third individual in the vehicle was potentially participating in the op culture. He got caught lacking, as they would say, and his ops came and spun the block on him.
At this time, it's too early in the investigation to be able to provide that information.
Detectives are looking at surveillance video in hopes of identifying the shooters and to piece together what led to the shooting. Now, if you have information about this double shooting, you're urged to call the Philadelphia Police Department's tip line. That number, 215-686-TIPS. Reporting live from Philadelphia Police Headquarters, Monica Evans, Fox 29 News.
All right, Monica, thank you. Pretty scary.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.